Hello, this is Travis Butterfield with another video to show how to replace files that are on a website. So on this particular website, I'm looking at the Spatial Hazards Events and Losses database, which is long for SHELDIS. On this site, there's a reports page that has links to a lot of PDF files. And these files are housed on the website. And let's say you have one of these that you need to edit or something. I'm going to save one. I'm going to download it. And I'm going to save this as the new version. So let's pretend that I downloaded that and I went into the PDF and I edited it and changed some stuff, and now I want to re-upload it as the new version to replace this one that's right here. Well, how do I do that? There's a couple of different ways to do it. One way is non-destructive, and another way is destructive. They both accomplish similar things, but I want to demonstrate both of them so you know what you're doing. So the first way, the non-destructive way, I'll show you how. So I'm going to click Edit. And I'm going to just place the file here, and if you don't know how to place files, I recommend the uploading and linking to documents video that I have here that shows how to do that. But I'm just going to place, let's say this, what I'm gonna do actually is I'm just going to break the link here. So now this 2015 is no longer a link. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a file, and I'm going to pause this while I do that because I don't want to go through the steps of uploading it like I just showed in that other video. So I'm going to do that just really quick. So hold on. Okay, so I have uploaded the file and copied the URL to the file, and now I'm going to link to that just like this, and I'm going to make it a relative link and I'll insert it. So now the reason why this is called a non-destructive method is because we're not deleting the existing file. We're creating a new link, but the file still exists on the server, and if we need to, we can go back and link to it again. So I'm on a test environment, so it's okay that I made this change. So I'm gonna hit save, and so now this, if you look down in my bottom left of my screen, you can see that it's linking to summary _ 2015 - new version, which is the one that I pretended to make changes to. So this is the new one. That's one way that we can do it, and that's a pretty good way. But if I want to roll back to the previous version of this page with the old one, I can go in revisions and revert to the previous version, and this is, now that I've reverted, this is going to have the link to the other one, and the file is still on the server. So reverting is okay that way. But when I do the destructive file replacement, it removes the file completely from the server. So if I were to revert, the revert wouldn't, well, it would break the link basically. So now I'll show you the destructive way just so you know how to do it. Sometimes it's good to do that, sometimes it's not. It kind of depends. So I'm going to go back into edit. And so actually, I shouldn't have gone into edit because that's not what I want to do. Instead of going into edit, I'm going to go into content, and there's a sub item called files. If that item doesn't show up for you, email me and I can add it to your permission set. So this is a listing of all the files on the site. You'll notice different file types by the extension at the end. So this is a PDF, these are JSON files, this is a PNG. You can see the type here. These are images. Images on the site are technically files, but we have a document type, which is the PDF, and I don't see any here, but they're, you know, like a Word document or a PowerPoint, that kind of thing. So we've got this one that I uploaded, the new version. Let's say I made more changes to it and I want to replace this. So I can go into this edit thing here, and there's this functionality called replace file. So what I can do is I can browse, find my new file, hit open, and then when I hit save, it's going to delete this file and replace it completely with the new one. Now I'm uploading the same one, but I could upload anything here and replace it with that. In fact, maybe I will see if I have a PDF that I can quick upload just to show you. Okay, so I'm gonna replace it with WebSpark 101. So I'm gonna hit save. And this is the tricky thing about doing replacing. So the name of the file stays the same. It's still Summary 2015 new version. And so is this. And if you look in the bottom left, even the URL to the file still is Summary 2015 new version. But if I click on it, this is WebSpark 101. So the reason why it does that is because once you upload a document, it needs to keep the same URL and the same name so that when you're linking to it on different pages, it won't break if you replace that file. Because if I replaced it and this changed, anywhere in the site that it was linked to would automatically break. So in order to keep it from breaking, Drupal does a thing where it renames whatever you upload in the replace file dialog and renames it to whatever this was. So that's partly why this is a destructive edit. If we go back to the page that I was editing, let me just get there, and we try to revert, we don't have anything to revert back because we didn't make any changes on that page, because we made the change directly to the file. So in a lot of cases, it makes more sense and is smarter to upload a new file and then just link to the new file using the techniques I mentioned in the uploading and linking to documents video. That way, both files are on the server and you're safe. Now, if you're replacing a file that you don't need to save on the server, you know, like let's say you just fixed a typo and you don't want the old file, period, that's when you would use the file replace style, because you don't care if you're destroying the previous version. In fact, you don't want that one around anyway. But if you're replacing it with something else, that's a more significant change, and you want a record of the previous version for some reason, that's when you would use the other, the non-destructive style. So hopefully that helps with uploading, editing, and replacing files on these websites that we have through Drupal. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.